What's going on, everyone? So, decided I'd do the process of cleaning, got my pink gloves on, cleaning this batch of clothes that's already clean stuff I've desanitized. But I have some buckets here, and I just thought I'd show you the cleaning process of what I do to kind of get rid of any kind of germs that might be inside of the clothes that I found. So, we're going to use a bunch of this detergent powder. Go as heavy as you want, really. Pretty much filled up the bottom. Regular dishwashing soap. Make sure it's nice and soapy. Use some bathroom cleaner, toilet cleaner specifically, because I mean, if it's known to get rid of all the bacteria and germs in your toilet, then most likely it's going to get rid of any kind of germs and bacteria inside of anything, really, any kind of clothes, materials like that. Go ahead and empty this out inside there. And some alcohol, because alcohol is always good. It's going to get rid of any kind of germs and disinfectant for sure. Make sure it's as clean as possible. Poured about half of the bottle inside of it. And for now, I'm gonna go fill this entire bucket with extremely hot water. So, be right back. Boom. Get our nice foamy substance. So, now more or less just grab all this material. We're just gonna soak it inside of here. Make sure we get every little thing. Secondary buckets for once I'm done scrubbing them down. I'm gonna put it inside that, or transfer over to the next one, and just let them soak. Boil some water that time, and then just let it soak again overnight, and pretty much just repeat that process. I do have my handy dandy scrubber, which I'm just going to scrub down every single bit before you let it go towel. And more or less, this is pretty much the process I do with every single piece of fabric that I gather. It's just grab clothes, flip up a bucket full of disinfectant, soap, and then just hand scrub every single inch of everything. We want to make sure everything gets extremely clean as possible. reason why I do hand scrub instead of just throwing it in a washer, I think a washer just kind of soaks material within itself. You don't get to add as much chemical process into it, like alcohol, certain type of disinfectant. I mean, I guess you could, but like I said, I think it just soaks it around, tosses it around, mushes it around, doesn't really dig deep like I want to do. I want to make sure I'm scrubbing thoroughly and making sure every single bit of the material is scrubbed down and cleaned and knocked off any kind of debris, dirt, germs, whatever's in the material. And then I let it air dry in the sun. I don't throw it in the dryer either. I just let it soak in the sun, because sometimes when you have clothes soaking in the sun itself can get rid of bacteria. So, and I'm also doing this about 2 or 3 times, not just once, and calling it clean. I make sure it's extremely clean as possible, because what I do with the fabric is I do sew it all together and make a mask out of it. So knowing that this is going to be on people's faces and people are going to wear it, I want to make sure I get it as clean as possible and not just relying on a washer to be able to get rid of anything that would just be in the material, really. So that's why I like doing it by hand, and I've grown to just even do my own clothes by hand like this too when I don't have much clothes to wash and I'm already kind of washing fabrics. I would just clean out the water, throw my 2 pairs of clothes in a whole fresh new bucket and just hand wash my clothes too, and just knock it out the way. I don't like to pile up a lot of clothes. I mean, when I do have a lot of clothes, then yeah, I'll just throw it in the washer, but if it's just like a pair or 2 of clothes, might as well just do it by hand. No real reason to use all the water that comes from a washer, really. Just clean a couple pair of clothes. So, I've grown accustomed to doing this process, making sure that I even do my own clothes like that, because, I mean, might as well. It saves a lot of water. And sometimes I even think it's cleaner. Like I said, when you use a washer, I feel like it just soaks it, tosses it around, doesn't dig deep into the material. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've grown accustomed to, is doing washing by hand. I mean, I used to hate washing dishes by hand, but now that the more I've grown into my field of art and how much I have to kind of wash things by hand, I'm glad my mom made me wash all those dishes when I was a wee boy, because I'm still doing it, I guess. There's no running away from it. Sorry about that. The memory card got full, so I just gotta swap out the SIM card. But that's pretty much the last piece of fabric I was scrubbing down anyways. So I've transferred it, emptied it all out, wringed out the material. Now I'm using some boiling water, and I'm just gonna add a little bit of soap and alcohol, dump this water in. I've already added the soap and alcohol, but more or less just want to get really hot water to make sure I kill everything that's still left in there, just in case. And let that soak for a good 3 hours. I guess I didn't record me pouring that. Go ahead. Just get that nice in there, nice and good. Let that sit for about 3 hours, and then let it pretty much do it another 2 more times. And that's pretty much one of the process I go through for desanitizing the fabrics I find. And a little quick skim of all the materials I've been cutting up from that ironing thing that I found. But yeah, now that once I start getting all this clean, sorting out the fabrics, start organizing it by color, seeing what I need left to go find, and pretty much start making the mask already. Just see what happens, see how it goes. But I wanted to show that one simple part of what I go through to be able to make sure I make all the fabric I get really clean. And pause that, or I guess I can't. But yeah, just wanted to give a brief little video of the process that I do, so you can have an idea of what I'm doing, pretty much. And make sure that I get really thorough about making sure the material is clean. So yeah, until the next little video. The next video will probably be just me going through the desanitizing process with all the plastic that I gathered too. So it's pretty much a similar process, but I'll make a video anyways about it. But yeah, until the next adventure.